Do you feel like nobody really gets you? Nobody really understands what's going on for you? And even with your partner, it's hard to build a really deep connection? Well, in this video, I'm sharing with you the #1 reason why people do not get you. Hello Lovebug, I'm Vivi. Welcome to Adventure World. My channel is all about guiding you to an exceptional relationship with yourself, with your partner, and just a beautiful quality of life due to emotional intelligence. So if this is something that you want to improve and change in your life, consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit the little notification bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. So what's going on? Why does nobody get you? Well, the biggest problem is that you're not sharing what's going on for you. That's the truth. You're not completely sharing what's going on for you in a way that your partner, another person, your friend, your family can understand it. You're not talking about it, or you're not showing it. And I know. You probably think, well, why should I talk about it? They should actually understand me. They should know me. They should feel me. They should know what's going on. Like, why do I actually have to talk about it? They should totally get it by themselves. And yes, sometimes, or most of the time, this is what we want. This is what we wish for. But it's actually really, really hard to understand what's going on in the mind of another person. Because our mind is such a freaking complex thing. We don't even understand ourselves sometimes, so how should we understand another person? Our parents didn't teach us the same things and values. We didn't grow up the same way, in the same place, with the same histories, experiences, and all the things that shape us and influence us. We don't have the same values. We don't have the same thoughts. We don't have the same goals. So how do we expect someone else to understand us if their brain is wired completely differently? It just doesn't work. No matter how much we wish this works, it just doesn't. No matter how much we think, well, but we've been together for 10 years and my partner should actually know me. Yeah, sometimes they do, but only on a predictable level where they can understand based on your past behaviors, how you reacted, how you felt, what you did, what you're going to do next time. But they don't actually understand what drives you from deep within. It's like a freaking iceberg. Like, they know the tip of you, but there's so much more down there that they have no clue. And most of the time, you don't even have a clue. Like, sometimes you're feeling feelings, or you're experiencing something, and you have no idea where it comes from. So how do we expect someone else to do that? It's really, really hard. So the #1 thing, if you want someone else to understand you, if you want your partner or your friends to get you, communicate it. And it's one of the hardest things to share our heart without feeling shameful, guilty, bad, sad, unworthy, all the feelings. But when we're able to do that, we're able to actually create a freaking deep relationship with the person. If you cannot share your heart and talk about your deepest feelings with your partner, you might be with the wrong partner. You might have the wrong friends. Because if your friends are just there to go out and party, well, that's cool. But is this actual friendship? Is that an actual relationship if you just talk about work and like how your day's been, and if you just like watch TV or Netflix all day long when you're together? I don't know. So the single most important thing is work on your communication and on your feelings. If you do not want to communicate it, that's okay, but then don't expect others to understand you. Sometimes you're also communicating one thing, but our actions and our body language show something completely different. So that's when we start confusing people, and they're like, oh, come on, like, again? I don't want to deal with that shit. So once you start communicating your heart, your feelings, and your thoughts, you're actually giving your partner or your friends, your family, a chance to understand you. They can react to it when they know what's going on for you. And I know that you still hope that they're gonna just guess it, like when you were a little baby and like you were screaming and all that could possibly happen to you is like you pooped yourself, like you were hungry, you wanted to drink something, or you were sick, but most likely they kind of figured out really quickly if you were hungry or if they needed to change your diaper. So you got used to other people just intuitively knowing what you need. But once we grew up, our world started to get more complex, more things influence our life, and nowadays it's really complicated to actually guess what's going on. Plus, we now stack emotion, which means when something happened to you earlier in the morning, like in the supermarket, in the coffee shop, at work, wherever you've been, someone just looked at you nasty, and then you got a rude comment from another person, and then your girlfriend or your boyfriend was kind of rude because you got home late, and then you got a mail that wasn't all that happy, so you know, like you started feeling a little worse, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and at the end you're feeling so angry, and the tiny little thing snaps you out of your like nice and good state of being and gets you in an angry position and an angry feeling, or in a frustrated, unhappy, any kind of like negative kind of emotion where you don't want to be in. And then you expect another person to know what's going on for you, to understand all these steps and processes where they most likely haven't even been with you or haven't even interpreted the events the same way as you did. So how can they possibly understand what's going on for you? Do you now see what I mean? You actually got to communicate what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you want in order to get it. I hope this was helpful. If you want to improve your communication, which I really recommend, because it's such a game changer in your relationship, not only with your partner but also with your family and everyone else. Like, good communication gets you so much further in life. I have a free training, it's linked in the description below. Go check it out, with 5 strategies to communicate better. It's strategies that most people are not doing, but they're so freaking effective. I use them all the time, I love them, so make sure that you go get the free training. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family so they actually know what they're doing wrong and why other people don't get them. And this might also affect you and helps you live a better life, because your friends are not gonna be complaining about it so much anymore because they know they gotta talk to you. Consider subscribing if you want to learn more about emotional intelligence and living a better quality of life. And please let me know in the comments below if you like this video and what you learned from it. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.